What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and we're gonna do some more air attacks. And man, we had some really nice attacks. There's so many I wish I could show. I can't tell you how many GoBoLaLoons we did, but just so many really cool attacks. So what better way to start it off than looking at steel balls going in on their number 4 Town Hall 10, almost a max Town Hall 10. You can see just the some of the walls need to be upgraded, but this is such a nice attack. I mean, just really well calculated for every part of the base. We do have a wall break fail coming on the entry, but that's okay because he's brought 7 wall breakers. I think he wanted to break in and break out on here, and it's also not only a good attack but a very close attack. It almost didn't make it for time, but again, just a really nice attack. So starting it right now. 2 minutes and 55 seconds. There we go with test wall breaker, and there is the wall breaker fail. There is nobody tanking that archer tower. So now he does have that, and he sends in a little bit too many wall breakers here. So didn't need that many wall breakers. Could have saved 2 of them for getting her out, but that's okay. No big deal. So rages up the queen here. It's going to go ahead and push through this base, and it's like a magic trick. We're going to have some troops up top doing funneling while he's doing this queen walk, but he uses the ability just in time to get that Inferno tower, so she really doesn't have too many things that are going to be on top of her for the rest of the walk. There we go with the funneling up here. He's got a bowler, a baby dragon, and an ice wizard that's going to go ahead and take care of that top funneling, and you'll see why in just a little bit. Queen is getting, well, the healers are getting hit by the air defense, so he's going to rage the queen up so she can get through that. There we go. Knows just what to do. He's got a very smart queen. That queen was like, the air defense is hitting my healers. Let me go right on that and ignore these skellies and the other defense right in front of me. So very nice. So he's got the top completely funneled already. Now he can go ahead and send that king in along with the rest of the kill squad in just a second. The queen is going to have to bust out of here. This is where those other wall breakers would have probably come into play, but it's not really a big deal at all. So he's got the clan castle triggered. Standing in poison, got bowlers, got Valkyrie, and then the queen is like the Kool-Aid girl and busts out with, oh yeah, coming out and helping out with everything else. That king is down to very low health, but you know what? He's going to make it through the rest of the raid. We've got everybody under rage. Bowlers are just throwing the rocks all over. They're slanging rocks. Not really, but they're throwing the rocks. And it does have a huge freeze trap that freezes his lava hound going into that air defense, but that's okay because he's got tons of loons. He's got a completely full lava hound that is just going to tank for these loons for the rest of the battle there. It's not even going to get down to a quarter, 3/4 of health. He's got a full queen, full health queen. He's the king was a little lower, got healed a little bit back up again, but everybody's going to make it throughout here, and this base has been completely smashed. So I just love the raid. It was really nice. All Town Hall 10s need to examine this and check out, you know, each part of this base had a different troop set composition and different portion of timing to get it done. So loved watching that. That was just a fantastic hit. And unfortunately, I think that's our only 10v10 hit that we've had. A lot of 11v10 dips, but I'm not going to show them. Just in my personal opinion, it's kind of boring to watch 11 crush a 10 now with a quad or pentaloon. They just come in there and just completely annihilate it. But here we go. Here we go with, I think, our first, maybe our last GoBoLaLoon that I show. We'll see. But here's a good reason why you don't put a centralized queen. Some of them, you know, metas are changing where they think putting a queen in the centralized position just stops them getting sniped from you know, the friendly king or queen, but it allows you to come into the base any way you want to and get the queen. You really don't have to worry about going across the base anymore because you just have to jump one time and boom, you got her. He's got a shattered entry, 2 golems. He decides to bring an extra Valk instead of any wall breakers, so lets the Valks do it the old-fashioned way. They just dive right into that giant bomb, drops a jump to connect all that entire core, and you guessed it, that queen compartment too. So he's going to rage up. That king and Valk going to come down and one swipe that queen. She is done. and we've got a lava hound to deal with in the clan castle, which is really not going to be a problem when he's got air attack on the back end. So freeze trap going down there just to stop that king in. He's doing the, what is it, that mannequin challenge? Yeah, he's doing the mannequin challenge there in front of the Teslas. He wins, and we've got the lava hound being broken, hitting on that poor golem. And we do have poisons, but you know what? We're going to let that golem be abused. We're not dropping a poison on them. We're just going to let that golem take it. He's been a bad boy. He deserves to get punished, I guess. And then we've got the queen using her ability and taking down that last or third air defense. So now we've got the back portion of this attack with, I think we had just one lava hound, I'm guessing, and we've got no spells. So that lava hound has got to do its thing. Finally drops the poison on those pups, and those loons make it to that air defense without any kind of problem. And they've just got to go ahead and bust through that archer tower. That's the only thing that's posing a threat to all those loons. And I think you know the end of that story, so we're going to go ahead and fast forward it. We've got the kill squad still working its way around the base. And then we've got the air traps keeping that extra poison for that too. Loons bouncing around, and this is going to be the end of that base. So really, really nice. Guys, don't put your queen in the central compartment in your base. It's just asking to get hit by any way, shape, or form. Okay, let's go for Emiliano. Emiliano! We're going to go at Queen Walk here. Queen Walk GoBoLaLoon. So I guess there was another GoBoLaLoon, but I wanted to show this one because it's not something you see all the time. A queen walk with the golems and the lava hounds. And again, I love Town Hall 9 because it's so flexible with the different attacks you can use. Don't have to always use one type of attack. And you got to look at the base. Now, the only thing I would have maybe done a little different here is I probably wouldn't have brought 4 healers. He's going to do a queen walk, and that queen is going to be almost under no fire after this initial thing. So he could just rage the queen up once and take care of that. There's the baby dragon to help out with that as well. But if you look at the rest of this walk she's going to be under no fire hardly at all. But he is going to meet up with the kill squad, so I guess that's why he brought the extra healer there, just to go ahead and heal up that kill squad. So he's doing the funneling up top here, and then he's going to go ahead and drop his golem and the rest of the kill squad there to get into that base, take care of that other air defense, and there we go with the wall breakers there in. Everybody's going to get routed in. The bowlers are thrown down there, and they're going to get at least those other 2 air defenses very, very easily. Bowlers are kind of splitting up a little bit, but the queen is going to go ahead and reroute down there, and she's going to go ahead and start taking out some defenses she really doesn't need to. There we go. The bowlers get that. The third air defense. Queen is going to come down, check out that baby dragon, and she is going to give it the thumbs up and then thumbs down. Take care of that. Tesla farm here in that little compartment, and golems are making do with that. So we've got, I think we got another one lava hound, if I'm not mistaken. So, again, doesn't really need to tank for too much, and doesn't bring too many loons either. Just 7 loons, I think. They do get to that air defense pretty quickly. So now we've got a lava hound tanking for those, I think, 5 loons there. They are going to catch a couple of traps, which is never good for loons. But we've got no more defense after this last archer tower. There we go. So now it's just time for cleanup. Has a queen, has a full golem, has healers healing. I think maybe, yeah, those golemites. So that's going to work. And we've got a hound that still hasn't burst even. So that's how you know you brought, you only brought 1 hound. So he knows he didn't need another one, because that would have been 2 full hounds then. Okay. Let's go ahead and check on number 17, and we're going to look at a Penta by Canadian. Love this attack. Penta-Loon, 5 Lava Hounds, and he's going to quad quake. I forget which AD he quad quakes, but 3 air defenses and 5 Lava Hounds tanking. There we go. Quad quakes, zap quakes that one at 4 o'clock. And then just uses a loon to get rid of that 1 mortar defense, just for the pathing of the LaLoon, which is just very, very smart, very nicely done. And then he's going to go ahead and drop another loon. And guys, this is really cool. I guess you call it advanced type of attacking here, because it's going to do 2 things. If that queen wasn't already ticked off at that baby dragon there up top there, that loon would grab the aggro on the queen and kind of pull her down a little bit towards the king that's walking in there. And number two, it's going to get the aggro of that clan castle. And really, when you're doing a penta loon, you only have to worry about those air targeting troops. It doesn't matter what else is in there if they don't target the air, because the penta will take care of it and destroy the clan castle. So we see a wizard already coming out of it. There's a baby dragon. So there, we've only got those two things coming out of here, and that's our main objective, is to kill that baby dragon, the wizard tower, and the enemy queen. The enemy queen goes down. The Valkyries do come out because the king does trip them. They don't really need to be taken out, but it looks like they're going to have to be just before that baby dragon gets taken care of. But there we go. So much value on that very small kill squad with the baby dragon and the king and queen. Really nicely done. And now we can do that penta with 3 hastes. So it's not a lot of spells, but remember, we've got 5 lava hounds tanking for 3 air defenses. So it's just about placing them at the right spot and getting it down. We have 2 more air defenses left and another lava hound that still hasn't been deployed. We have the max one that's just kind of floating around, that max lava hound. He does have a archer tower that's kind of sitting there at the end, and I don't think it's going to get taken out right now. We do have that max lava hound getting hit by a seeking air mine, and that does pop. And now all we got to do is worry about this last air defense that lava hound is just tanking for. So it's tanking for the wizard tower, it's tanking for the archer tower. So we've got tons of loons doing that. Now we do have a expo and an archer tower, and that expo is pointed there. So what do you guys think? Does this lava hound pop before it the loons get to it and the air defense or the archer tower? Let's take a look. What do you think? Still have it at health. Is it gonna pop? Is it gonna pop? Is it gonna pop? Yes, it will. All right. And as it pops, it blows up, and the archer tower goes down, and now we've just got loons to take out that king, and they will basically one-shot. That's what happens when you have like 8 or 9 loons just dropping the bomb on the king. Level 30 king will go down in 1 hit, and we've just got a freeze trap, freezing those pups, but crushes the base. Really, really nicely done. Okay, number 19. Wanted to show you. You guys have asked, can I do this with a level 20 queen? Can I do this with a level 25 queen? And the answer is yes, yes you can. Level 25 queen going in with this quad. It's not a pentaloon, it's a quad loon. So we've got 4 lava hounds, and I'm a little confused on what this kill squad was trying to accomplish. Maybe there was a fresh hit and they were trying to get into that air defense, but a lot of big storage units up front, and that kill squad's really not going to accomplish that much. Enemy king has already gone down. We've got Teslas that are popped up there, and we've got a queen that has to get through a town hall, 2 Teslas, a mortar, and possibly an archer tower before she gets to that air defense. And I want to give you a spoiler alert, but guess what? She doesn't make it. So she only gets down that 1 Tesla, and then's going to zap quake the air defense. So now it's time to go ahead and start our quad pentas, or quad, I'm sorry, quad penta, quad lava hound. All right, so the loons look how many loons there are. My goodness, I think there was 24 loons here, and we just have so many going at this base. We do have 1 more air defense with just a myriad of loons going around the base, but we have no spells, and we do have we do have 1 spell. We have a Skelly Trap, and I wanted to show it also because of that Skelly Trap. Now, that Skelly Trap does one of 2 things. It either is going to go ahead and take the queen out like that, or it's going to distract the queen while she hits it, and the lava pups can take her out. So either way, the end result is still the same. Really good use of that Skelly Trap, and I think yeah, there we go. It did have an air Skelly Trap against those loons, but those pups are going to go ahead and clean that out. We do have some trailer pups that are going to go ahead and take care of that king, and then we've got the rest of the base completely crushed. All right, 2 more attacks to take a look at. Let me just make sure I got the right ones. think this is one of them. So we're gonna do another. Yeah, I wanted to show again a little bit of smaller heroes. I love this entry here with the it's a GoBoLaLoon, but just a cold-blooded one because we've got the king and queen that are going to get so much value with the help of that golem. They're going to get a Tesla. They're going to get the enemy queen. They're going to get the clan castle, and they're also going to get that air defense there. Just so much ridiculous value for that. It's just crazy. And now he knows he's going to get that air defense, and he knows he's going to get that dragon, baby dragon. So he can already start the deployment of this. Why he crushes the base in like almost under 2 minutes. Starts that LaLoon going like super fast. There we go. Queen's going to use her ability, take out that baby dragon, and now there's only 3 air defenses. Now there's only 2 air defenses left, and they do hit a freeze trap. And so I like the freeze trap of these. The placement of these, some of these freeze traps are really nice. They don't end up being overpowered where they destroy the raid, but they definitely put a little bit of a problem on it. So he does have a lot of loons clumped up in that area, but he still has I think 2 lava hounds tanking for that air defense. If I'm not mistaken, I think I see 2 of them. Yeah. So I don't think that lava hound's going to pop in time. I think we've got too many loons coming too quickly, and I think it's just going to be completely crushed at this point. So yeah, it's all over. No popping that those. Yeah, look at that. Hey, I was wrong. I guess that little skelly air trap did it. So it was beat regardless. Okay, last one. We're going to look at, I think, number 29. Right. So we talked about like level 25 queen. So now we're going to talk about level 20 queen. Can you do this with a level 20 queen? The answer is yes. Again, you can check right here. Level 22 king, level 20 queen. The attack strategy is exactly the same whether you have 15-15 or 30-30. Sometimes it just means you might not be able to take a completely maxed base, but a lot of times you can. A lot of times, like this is not a max base by any means. It has level 1 expos, and so I think some of the wizard towers are a little lower. The cannons are all max. All the archer towers are max. The air defenses are max. The Teslas are max. So I think if he barely beats this base, then you can say that the expos have something to do with it. But I'm not sure he just barely beats it. So the expo just wouldn't make that much of a difference from just getting it to being able to beat the base, especially when you're doing an air attack like this. So he's got the three, I think. Yeah, he's got 3 hounds coming in here. I think maybe was expecting to get that second air defense up at the 2 o'clock position, but he does have another lava hound coming in here with a bunch of loons. And oh, is that? Yeah, it's set to ground. Also, you can punish a base when those expos are sent to ground. Doesn't matter if they're max expos. If they're pointed to the ground, they are not going to affect that air attack whatsoever. So we've got the air defense that's on life support there. It goes down with 1 shot, and we just got a bunch of loons. Yeah, so this base is beyond completely crunched and toasted and whatever that crispy, toasty crunch cereal is. It's all done. And this would have been the same if those expos were maxed. So can you do it with lower heroes? Of course you can. So hopefully that gives you guys some ideas of different compositions for air attacks using queen charges, queen walks, using golems, using pentas. You got a lot of different things. The only things I didn't really show was a max like with a large baby dragon attack, or the quad quake queen charge with the baby dragons, or LaLoon. But again, we'll keep showing some of these air attacks. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already shared it with your clanmates, go ahead and do that. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content, and go ahead and practice these attacks. Use them in friendly challenge. Get used to the composition. Get used to the spell deployments, and when to go ahead and drop them, and get those 6-star clan wars and practice those 3-star attacks.